Hi everyone. Welcome. New patch time. So we've got three things I wanna jump into today. We've got I didn't know you could jump on these cars. We've got New Manderville, which is what I want to start with. We've got new Allied Society quest, which I want to do just the like intro bit of, because obviously that's a like more of a daily thing. And then I want to do the meat. That good old hearty steak, Occult Crescent. But I figure we'll start with some good old hijinks. Ah, no. I was hoping you'd stop by. Oh, wait, hold on. This is not the guy. This is the unlock for Cruiserweight Savage. Where's Hildibrand? I was so certain I was at the right spot. He's here in Solution 9. Oh, it's not going to be a Blue Plus quest, is it? Oh, fuck, what is it? What's the Hildibrand quest called? Hold on. Hold on. Uh, had the patch notes pulled up. Uh, Wizened Testimony. Okay, I saw that one. It's down here, I think. Or over here. Is it this one? It's that one. Okay. We're good. Don't think about it. I was so excited for a Blue Plus quest that I forgot that Hildibrand is not a Blue Plus quest. Okay. Let's take it from the top, shall we? We're gonna start with the Hildibrand quests. Oh my goodness, he's shirtless. I was like, who is this guy? I don't remember him from the last Hildibrand storyline. Nona, here to help again, are you? As things stand, I'm still waiting on word from... Yours truly, I assume. Since parting ways, I've searched every alley and dive bar in Everkeep for signs of this Hildibrand character. It's pronounced Hildibrand. Well, however you say it, he was nowhere to be found. Oh, where could the inspector be? Chin up, dollface. Case ain't over yet, and I always get my man. When the trail goes cold, the trick is to go back to the beginning. I want you to tell me the whole story again, and leave nothing out, no matter how unimportant it might seem. Okay, it's a long one. It's a long story. From a realm reborn? All the way? So, you followed rumors of the flying disc which nabbed your friend, and that led you to the place where it most likely crashed down. Here. You also think he was caught inside the dome when it appeared, and from your perspective, went through 30 years in the blink of an eye. Sounds like crazy talk. But I've seen enough strangeness in my line of work that I've learned to give clients the benefit of the doubt. Since we've got no leads on the man himself, I say we try jogging memories about the shiny starship instead. We'll want to question older people native to your world who might have witnessed the original crash landing 30 years ago. Folks that age seem to enjoy parks, like the one outside the residential radii. Let's go.
Alright. I forgot my hard-boiled detective voice hurts me to experience. Alright. Okay, yeah, we can just fast travel. Get me to an aetherite. Or an Ethernet shard, I suppose. Oh, I see it. It's right there. Why is this person dressed like Emmett Selk? Okay. Alright. No. Information Center. Here we go. Let's go. We gotta find our inspector. So do we think that Hardboiled is Hildibrand, just with some head trauma? Or is he like a shard of Hildibrand? Because I think the latter is more likely.
Old timers aplenty, as promised. Pick a prune and get to it.
Oh, I still have that illustration I lent to you last time. Showing it around should help nudge some ancient noggins.
Do we get to see it again? Yep, there it is!
I added a sketch of the inspector's face to make things even easier. I have another copy for myself, but that only makes two. Nona, you and Detective Hardboiled will have to share.
We are talking 3 decades ago here, so having a picture should come in handy. Even if the dame's work is on the same level as a finger-painting toddler's magnum opus. Nona, was it? Well, you let me know when you're ready to go bother some park-goers.
Come with me, and you'll be...
Right, let's start showing that picture around then. Keep an eye out for older Hune and Hetsaro that might have hailed from outside the dome. Oh, and don't forget the Shatona.
I love Hardboiled. Come with me, Hardboiled. Are there any... Okay, there's a talk zone at the far end of the park.
May I help you? I'm sorry, but 30 years ago I was practically an infant. Far too young to remember much of anything. That picture is very cute, though. Did your child draw it for you?
In a manner of speaking.
What can this old lady do for you?
"30 years ago? I honestly don't recall. My memories of that time are faded at best, my dears."
That is a lovely drawing of you, though, sir. Really captures your essence.
That slack-jawed mug? You gotta be kidding me.
Alright, let's go to the conversation zone before we talk to the elderly hewn man. Can we talk about the vending machines?
Vending machines caught your eye. Yeah, you could buy yourself coffee or an energy drink, but luxuries like that make you soft. When I'm alone, walking through the darkest, dingiest parts of the city, I need something as weathered and weary as I am. I'll stick to my eggs, thanks.
What would you be wanting with me, then?
Can't say as I'm familiar with it. Ah, but I do remember 3 decades ago when I was still in the bloom of youth, well, middle age. Say, I remember you, the clever git who took back my furball tonic from that thieving horse. There was a good bit of sleuthing it was. No need for all that. It's just doing my job. Sorry to see that the tonic didn't do its job, though.
It's not about growing my hair back. It's about the routine. About 40 years of massaging my scalp and basking in the same fragrant aromas every morning. It doesn't feel right to start the day without it.
40 years of using an Everkeep-made product. Ah, that's right. You're Alexandrian, born and bred, same as me. There's no way you could have seen the starship we're after. Sorry to bother you, sir. Well, no one said it would be easy dredging up eyewitness accounts from so long ago. This is where grit and persistence comes into it. I spied a Shatona fella heading towards the 914 radius. Hard to guess his age with how long they live, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky this time.
I also just realized that I don't have chat in here. So I'm going to add that real quick. I think it's Alt. Boop. There we go. And we'll put that in my chat folder. Where? There we go. Alright. Let's go find that Shatona. For our wizened testimony. Shatona man of indeterminate age. Lovely day, isn't it? I'm not sure I recognize the man. Hard to tell with such a simple drawing.
Forget about the drawing. We're more interested in what you know about the flying disc.
Ah, yes, the craft I do recall seeing. When I yet felt the sun upon my face, I was living a very different kind of life at the time. It was during a hunt that I spotted it. Flying machines were a rare sight back then, so I remember it well, even now.
And do you remember where it was headed?
It appeared to crash somewhere in Ueawata, to the north. I was of a mind to seek out the wreckage, but then the dome suddenly appeared, and I had far, far stranger things to worry about.
There, what'd I tell you? Let's find your pal, Nashu. Share the good news.
Alright, Nashu. Let's go! We gotta go to Ueawata. I wonder if this is going to be by the field station or if it's going to be just out.
No one seems to know anything about the starship. Did you fare any better?
Yes.
So I came down somewhere near this Uwera Yakata place. I don't suppose either of you have been there before.
I have. There's a whole field station. I had to murder a big dog.
A research facility, you say? Some unidentified shiny object fell from the sky nearby, then I'd wager their people soon scooped it up. Seems we have our destination. But how to get across the lake?
You can take a hover cargo. That's what I did the first time.
We could. The Reforgers have a few. I happen to know one of an accommodating disposition. Right, that's our transportation sorted. What I'm stuck on, though, is how you've already been to this Ueawata when I'm only just learning such a place even existed. What's your deal, anyway?
I'm Nona, agent of adventure.
You adventure for a living, is that it? Well, it's clear you're no fresh-faced mook. Let's press on with the investigation. My reforger friend should have a hover cargo waiting for us at the Drift Downs.
I'd better pack a dose of Nashu's delights.
Those explosives of yours. Leave 'em behind. Don't need no dizzy dame blowing herself up on my watch. Or me, for that matter.
But it's medicine. The Hildibrand. It's been approved by the Aeosian Food and Drug Administration as treatment for amnesia. Alright. We're going to the Drift Downs, which I can only assume are just outside. Yep. Sure looks like it. Lego. I'm excited to go back to Ueawata. It was a cool area, and it would be really funny if they were like, oh yeah, no, the alien spaceship is, like, essential to the technology they developed. Like, it's plot essential, given everything else we know about Hildibrand. Let's leave. Oh, also, I think it's accessible through Occult Crescent, but they added a new minion, and it's like a turtle with a golden shell, and it's adorable. I need to get it. I want it so bad. Alright. Accommodating Reforger. I hear you need transport to Ueawata. The hover cargo's ready if you are.
This place is a mess, but I don't see any monsters roaming the halls, at least. Should be safe to split up and have a look around.
Unlocked cabinet drawer. Clues? Shuffling through the various documents in the cabinet, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 1. According to an associate native to these lands, the unidentified vessel we recovered near Ueawata had flown into the region not long before the dome manifested. The testimony was corroborated by a thorough examination of the wreckage, which yielded not a single sliver of electrope. The vessel was, without a doubt, manufactured using technology fundamentally unlike our own. The mystery was further compounded by the discovery of a hewn survivor within the craft. Despite the apparent force of the impact, the lone male occupant had sustained no visible injuries. I would say because he's an alien, but we know that that's not true. He's adopted. Or I guess his forebears were adopted. What do you have to say, Nashu?
A lot of people being pickled in here, but Inspector Hildibrand isn't among them. Speaking of which, did you see where Detective Hardyboyle went?
Some scattered documents.
Confidential Files Addendum 2? The hewn male we extracted from the wreckage is an abnormal specimen indeed. While physically unharmed and in clear possession of a soul, he yet remains in a comatose state. The absence of reaction to any and all external stimuli is indicative of temporal stasis. Every method we've attempted, be it electric shock, a hot bath, or a sharp slap across the face, has failed to wake the subject. He didn't try a bomb! Is his remarkable corporeal fortitude an innate natural quality, or was it acquired with the aid of unknown technology? My enthusiasm for this research knows no bounds. Oh, fuck. I love the idea that he won't have aged 30 years because he's in temporal stasis. Okay, let's look in all these cells. Oh, an abandoned clip. First, I want to see if Hearted Boiled is in any of these. No, doesn't look like it. Oh, an abandoned clipboard. That makes more sense. Addendum 3. I cannot understate the incalculable potential I see in our mystery subject. If we could but unlock the secret of his preternatural resilience, then we would never again need risk the dangers inherent in the transfer of monstrous souls. While some of my colleagues insist that vivisection is our only recourse, such an extreme measure would mean forsaking the knowledge the man might impart to us regarding his equally intriguing flying vessel. For the time being, we have decided to suspend all research related to this subject. The specimen will be preserved in a biocapsule in Sector 51 and placed under observation in the hopes that he will one day regain consciousness. Oh shit, we're going to Sector 51. Hi, Hardboiled.
No. Sorry, something else in the records caught my attention, and it led me to a different floor. I had to rustle up a verification key first, so I haven't spent any time on your starship mystery. Did you turn anything up yet? And we're keeping him in Sector 51. The key I found should let us access that area. Let's grab your pal Nashu and head there now.
Oh shit. Oh shit. We're gonna find him. Inspector Hildibrand. There you are.
You two been yanking my chain? This clown doesn't look anything like me. Well, opinions aside, we've located our man. A hard-boiled egg would really hit the spot right now.
Got one in your hand?
Here, give this to the detective.
That's a bomb, isn't it? That's a bomb. Oh my goodness.
Here. Can I offer you an egg in these trying times? From the lady.
This is so fucking funny.
Appreciate it.
You know, there's probably a release button on the capsule. Although I guess he still would have been in stasis.
I never could refuse the kindness of strangers.
Do we wake up in Army of Beasts? Yeah. I forgot this was like a zombie facility. I know Hildibrand's gonna save us, but it would be really funny if there was a solo duty right here.
These punks must be feeling lucky.
I guess Hardboiled could save us. With his gun. That's incredible. It's a taser.
There is no need for firearms nor fisticuffs. I shall resolve this altercation in a manner that behooves a gentleman. Attention, everyone. Follow my lead, if you please.
He does have a way with zombies. Incredible. Amazing.
Splendid, most splendid. Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner.
Hardboiled's like, what the fuck? What movie am I in?
I fear I may have overslept a trifle. But I, Hildibrand, well-rested agent of inquiry, now stand before you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. By the by, who is this austere-looking fellow? A new admirer of mine, mayhap.
This is Detective Hardyboiled, your soul twin from another world.
Why, my dear Nashu, this man possesses nary a speck of my singular aplomb. He does not resemble me in the slightest. I couldn't agree more. My sweet old grandmother has more grit in her pinky finger.
That's odd. Maybe I need new glasses, but the two of you seem practically identical.
The odd thing here is how you look too damn young for a fellow who's been sleeping for 30 years. And don't get me started on how you charmed those shambling corpses. What kind of crime against nature are you?
The inspector has a very unique physique, for one, and as for the zombies, he's had an excellent rapport with them ever since his brief stint as an undead overlord extraordinaire.
That raises more questions than answers. Still, we can consider your missing person case closed. Which leaves me to chew on the something else that caught my attention earlier. I smell a new case brewing, and I mean to follow my nose.
Oh! There's suppression.
A case, you say? Then allow me to offer the services of Hildibrand, Inspector Extraordinaire. Undead Overlord seems more plausible to me at this juncture, but I'll bite. What does a fellow like you even inspect?
Impenetrable mysteries and unsolved cases, of course.
So we're in the same business, eh? Makes me wonder how this gentleman act of yours actually helps you get the job done. I, too, am curious to see if beneath that leathery gumshoe exterior
You have the gumption to handle the truly difficult cases.
The dame. She's your assistant?
Loyal and steadfast.
I had an assistant once. But now ain't the time to reminisce. We have a new case to work on. This'll be just the thing to prove your sleuthing chops, Inspector. Let's get out of here and get down to brass tacks.
Hey, do we have clothes for Hildibrand? Like, I know it's the Mandeville style to go in nothing but your small clothes, but like, come on, we could rustle up a suit for him, right? Okay, good.
As I was saying, I got a whiff of a new case in the making. So listen up while I explain the particulars. You said you scoured this place top to bottom and learned they were trying to stuff people's souls into monstrous hosts. But the facility was forced to close down before they managed any real success. Sound about right? Guessing whatever incident turned the staff into walking corpses happened not long after. Here's where it gets interesting. According to the notes I found, one of the researchers survived and continued to work independently even after the project was mothballed. Apparently, he dismissed the Tural Vidral as impossible to control, and instead chose to pursue his research using less ordinary beasts.
Are you suggesting this mad scientist transferred his own soul into some slavering fiend?
Nothing so mad as all that. No, he saved that honor for convicted criminals. Seems he set up a fake rehabilitation program, had the prisoners transferred, and then yanked out their souls for use in his experiments.
How awful! And what became of these now criminally minded creatures?
That's the million-credit question. I tracked down the containment cell mentioned in the notes, but found the cages inside emptier than a barfly's tumbler. Little digging into the operations log showed the cage locks were opened only recently. Which means...
we find ourselves on the case of the fiendish fugitives. We must seek out and apprehend these dastardly evildoers on the double.
Yes, there's a chance they're out there causing trouble. And as a detective, I can't turn a blind eye when I suspect wrongdoing is afoot. Luckily, I also found a storage device that I figure belonged to the author of those research notes. It's pretty banged up, but I think the data might still be intact. Let's head back to Solution 9. Take this thing to my place in the recreation zone and see what I can recover.
Hell yeah. To Solution 9. Onward. God, I missed Hildibrand. His particular flavor of absurdity is always a welcome treat. I forgot that they split Solution 9 into instance. Leon Stein, I think. Yep. What's up, hard-boiled? Oh, good. We got this guy again. We got this piece of shit. I hate this guy.
Alright, I'll take a crack at this storage device. You're better off waiting outside. I'm not the kind of guy who makes his bed every morning, to say the least. Well, the bad news is the device was in even worse shape than I expected. It'll be a while yet before I can recover all its contents. Quick pass netted me some scraps, though. Enough to piece together a partial file on one of the experimental subjects. It states our surviving researcher stuck the soul of a career thief into the body of an Cyclops. This light-fingered fella didn't steal out of greed, but for the joy of pissing off his victims. Twisted guy like that ain't likely to change his stripes just 'cause he switched bodies. Yes, 'tis all becoming clear to me. His intentions are obvious. Our impish escapee will burgle the most prestigious jewelry store in the city. As soft-boiled a guess as any I've ever heard. Your instincts are way off, pal. Never seen an Cyclops before, have you? If one of those big brutes was lumbering through the streets, all we'd have to do is follow the screams. Now, if he's plotting a heist, it'll involve a target outside Everkeep. And he won't be aiming to pilfer any old supply crate either. Something that'd really cause a nuisance. Electrope. Alexandria's got a habit only that miraculous ore can satisfy. We need to hustle to the quarry outside. And I mean now.
It's okay, Inspector. You'll get your verve back.
To scanning port 9. Alright. Oh, okay, we may as well just fast travel to Electrope Strike. I don't want to fly all that way. Even on my mountain zoo. Yes, I work here. Is there something you needed?
There's gonna be a theft by an Cyclops.
Oh my god, he's up there getting electrocuted. Look at him. Look at him, he's getting shocked to death. I'm gonna stay in this cutscene so that he keeps dying. Have we had any thefts? Funny you should ask, actually. We've had several shipments of raw electro go missing in recent days. The strangest part is that our guards didn't see a damn thing. You need a hover cargo to move those heavy blocks, and surely someone would have noticed it coming and going.
There, what'd I tell you? A sneaky Cyclops could have run off with those blocks without breaking a sweat.
You know who the culprit is, then? If there's anything I can do to help catch them, just say the word.
It's mighty kind of you, friend. And let's have you bait the trap with a stack of electrope, placed conveniently out of sight of your patrols. We'll do the rest.
One tempting stack of electrope coming up. There, that should do the trick. Collar that thief for me, will you? Oh, and Do be careful while you're at it. That seemed ominous.
Is it the researcher? The trap is set. Now we wait.
Oh my god, no, she's so real. Just pulling up grass. Hildibrand just stealing the eggs. uh...
Oh, this is perfect. Maybe a little too perfect. Not good, not good.
Get him! Shoot him with your lightning gun.
That's our thief. After him.
He's moving fast. Look at him, he's moving. That guy could book it.
We've lost sight of our quarry. He's gone to ground in the middle of a field of Cyclops. We got us a wise guy. Not a tough guy, though, according to his file. Says he's got no stomach for fighting. So we just need to split up and find the one that doesn't try to squish us on sight. Of course, even if he is a coward, he's a big boy now, so he might still try to go down swinging. Shout out if you hit pay dirt. We'll take him together.
That person's got the Zillennial wings, they look so cool. One day. Alright. What exactly is this? Search for the thieving Cyclops, so we should have an interactable somewhere in our circle. Yeah, here we go.
Me not bad, Cyclops.
Cyclops don't talk. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
The inspector and the detective set off in pursuit of that screaming Cyclops. Come on, let's not get left behind. Core, blimey.
That's what she sounds like, right? I like your pants.
Damn it all.
We have you now, fiend. There's nowhere left to... You fucking shot him.
Ow, ow. It's like being stabbed by 1,000 tiny needles. Out with it, punk. Where did you stash the goods? Who set you free? As if I'd tell the likes of you. Have it your way. I hear the sting's worse than chili sauce in your eye. No.
Now, detective. Threats and intimidation do not become a gentleman.
Move, damn it. Move! Give a criminal a chance and they'll make you wish you hadn't. My turn.
No. Ooh, he really is a big boy.
This is my show now. Lose the gun, or the girl gets it. You two. Weapons on the ground.
All of them? I play so many jobs.
Ew, is he twitching?
That's a cool fucking shot.
Ah, my eye! My eye!
I love that.
Ew, is he twitching?
Get over here, Nashu. Come to safety.
You had your chance to come quietly. Say goodnight, sunshine. Oh. Uh, that didn't hurt at all.
Yeah. I figured.
Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, more acts of violence.
He's gonna, like, laser it back at him. No, he's just Super Saiyan now.
Cool, the inspector's all lit up.
You gotta be kidding me. Shut had enough juice to take down a Gonfatherian. So bright. Too bright for me to bear. Ah. Pain is akin to stepping barefoot on a coblin's back. Master Thief,
Are you certain you aren't willing to speak with us?
you shone like a precious jewel. I yield. I'll tell you everything. Soft-boiled and cracked. I never wanted the electrope. The researcher who freed us commanded me to steal it, and I handed over every block I took. So you weren't just being your usual thieving self? Alright, so what's this researcher's name? You never told me his name, I swear. I know him only as the man who made us into monsters. He already had some scary-looking bruiser working for him, so I didn't dare refuse his orders. No idea where we might find him then? None. I was supposed to meet him out here with my latest haul, but you can bet he slipped away after realizing I wasn't alone. That's it. That's all I can give you. Alright, I believe you. This case has taken a fishy turn. But even if you were an unwilling subject in all this, you still have crimes to answer for. I'm handing you over to the Tin Men authorities. Don't worry. I'll explain how you're a crook in monster's clothing so they don't just send you to the Arcadian for slaughter.
That's good, at least.
As for the rest of you, meet me back at my place in Solution 9.
Yay! We caught him! Oh god, we're all the way on here. I'm just gonna fast travel to Solution 9. That's the Einstein? Yeah. What's up, Hildibrand? Surely Detective Hard-Boiled must now acknowledge my dazzling investigative skills.
In your dreams, pal. I handed the Cyclops over to the authorities and gave them the lowdown on our case. You can bet your last bean that researcher fella has other monsters doing his dirty work. Can't figure his angle yet, but he's up to no good, that's for sure. Whatever those criminals are now, they're also fugitives. They'll be operating as far away from our mechanical sentries as possible, maybe even beyond the confines of the dome. And that's a whole world I ain't familiar with. If you're keen to stay on the case, then I could use your help out there.
You shall have it, of course. Inspector Hildibrand is at your service.
Got my trench coat in a twist when your pal started dancing in front of my gun. It's only fair I tell you why. Has to do with a man who had his fingers in every illegal pie in Alexandria. The Crime King, they called him. It was me who caught his royal rogueness and sent him to rot in a prison cell. But after being transferred elsewhere under the auspices of some rehabilitation program, I haven't heard a peep. I see you've connected the dots. Could be that elsewhere was Uewata, yeah. Me and him have got a history, so if he's running free out there somewhere in a new monster skin, I want to be the one to bring him in.
Your unwavering commitment is commendable, Detective Hardboiled. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby swear to remain steadfastly by your side until we have brought this case to its resolution.
I don't recall asking that soft-boiled dope to do a damn thing. Anyhow, I'll get back to pulling scraps of data from that box. Drop by next time you're in the neighborhood. Maybe I'll have a new lead for us to follow.
Oh, are we gonna get the little next time on Hildibrand? The little animation? My favorite part. Meanwhile, somewhere in Heritage Found... That's the fucking supervisor, not this one, the person behind them.
I was hoping to see our hulking Cyclops squish those curious rats. Craven fool surrendered with barely a struggle. But no matter. I have more than enough electrope now to proceed with my plans. Given the right direction, you outlaws have proven most useful, especially given the aid of your new monstrous talents.
Oh, you're a slimy guy! You're a shape-shifting slimy guy! Oh, here we go.
Making hard-boiled eggs, you want to boil for the same length of time every time. 12 minutes exactly. Any less, they're too soft. Any more, they're overcooked. We're out of time today, so here's some I prepared earlier.
That's a bomb. Nice try, Detective Hardboiled.
The manufacture of my egg-shaped medicine is a closely guarded trade secret, so don't try to make your own at home. Keep safe and stay tuned for the next episode of Inconceivably Further Hildibrand Adventures.
Oh, the goblin! He's got the little bowl of eggs. But see you, Inspector. Nice try, hard-boiled. Everyone knows that a 10-minute egg is the superior hard-boiled egg. 6.5 minutes is perfect soft-boiled. 10 minutes is perfect hard-boiled. 12 minutes is insane. Maybe if you're counting, like, starting them in cold water. Let's actually, since we have an ad break, let's take a quick break, and then we'll head over to the Mamulja. We'll head over to Yaktel. See you all in a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're gonna dip out on the Mamulja quests for today, because there's actually quite a few quests to unlock the start of it that I haven't finished that I didn't realize. So we'll do that another day, or I'll do that on my own and relay my thoughts at a later date. But we're gonna start with Occult Crescent. One last hurrah. You're Nona, aren't you? Just the woman I was after, as it happens. Old Kethenram tasked me with finding you. Says he's got a proposition for you. Stay right here. I'll go fetch him.
And Kettenram was an old pirate kind of voice, I think. The Rugadin from Limsalominsa. Apologies for collaring you like this, but I was hoping we could parley before you took leave of Tuliolal. I'll cut right to the chase. I want you on board for me final expedition. Before I get into particulars, allow me to spin a quick yarn. These days, any Aorsian sailor worth their salt bound for Tural will take the established route and skirt the southern Indigo Deep. Back when maps of the realm were nothing but blank parchment past Hildibrand, all we had was the allure of the horizon to guide us. Most of me fellow explorers weighed anchor and cut a course due west, heading straight for adventure. Alas, most were lost to the waves. McCrew and I reached Tural on account of us ranging northward and avoiding the same treacherous waters that claimed them. That stretch of the deep came to be known as Shade's Triangle. I had a notion to solve its mysteries on behalf of me fallen comrades, but after arriving on these shores, it was the land, not the sea, that promised adventures anew. Once I'd settled here and disbanded the expedition, I never did get the opportunity. But then I crossed paths with a certain realm-renowned adventurer and began to wonder. Aye, something told me that with your help I'd finally shed light on the mystery of those accursed waters. So how about it? Will you join this old explorer on one final jaunt?
You had me a mystery.
What of your duties at the palace, Sir Kettenram? Not to worry. I propose all this with the full backing of the Dawn Servants. Truth be told, even before Gulul Jaja asked me to watch over Kona and Wuklamat, I feared I'd never sail again. Any road, I sensed the pair were wise to me worrying, so I laid it all bare.
And you say the mystery of Shade's Triangle has haunted you since? The region of which you speak is an impediment to trade with foreign nations. Any effort to unravel its secrets would ultimately benefit Tuliola. Sounds like it might be the last chance you get, especially if you're hoping to get Nona involved. Besides, Papa would turn in his grave if we barred his old friend from one final voyage. I say follow your heart, Tanqua.
I'm sure you'll be wanting more details, but I'd like to set sail sooner rather than later. Let's reconvene once we've put a few mounds between us and the harbor. The ship is ready and waiting. That are sent over from Linsa especially. When you're ready, speak with Ophanyame over on the pier.
Let's go speak with Ophanyame. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Nona, I presume. Kettenram told me all about you. The name's Ophanyame, navigator by trade. They say Shade's Triangle is racked with storms year-round, but a closer look at the charts will tell you that ain't strictly true. For a brief season, the sky's clear and the sea's calm, hence why the old explorer is eager to weigh anchor. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're wary of clambering onto this little rowboat. We're not rowing all the way to Shade's Triangle. Our vessel's waiting out beyond the shallows. Any road, when you're good and prepared to leave, just say the word. I'm good and prepared to leave. Ready to plot a course for waters unknown, are you? Don't know whether to respect your mettle or question your sanity, but welcome aboard. Shade's Triangle, here we come.
Let's go! Let's do it! I want to go!
It's a blue-footed booby. 2 blue-footed boobies. I love it when I see 2 boobies on my screen. When you leave for Shade's Triangle, one of the first things you see is 2 boobies.
Plain sailing thus far. Might be time to talk about our destination. Shade's Triangle is a churning mess of storms, so every time a vessel goes missing in the region, most blame the treacherous conditions.
But hear this. There are records of the last ship seeking to chart those waters, and the message they relay to their escort is passing strange. Conditions fair, crescent-shaped isle sighted in vicinity, potential safe haven during storms, attempting to make landfall. They never made it back to port, despite the calm seas.
Folks have taken to calling the island the Occult Crescent ever since. They say it's naught but a shifting mirage that claims the lives of all who sight it.
Everyone on board knows the risks involved on a voyage like this, but there ain't nothing like the thrill of the unknown to trump good sense.
Aye, the whiff of mystery and the promise of new discovery is hard to resist. Am I right in thinking the same applies to you, adventurer?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Anyhow, why don't you get acquainted with the rest of the crew? I'll be here checking the charts. Once you've got the measure of folks risking their hides along with you, come and find me.
Hell yeah. Let's meet our crew. Hello, Expedition Surveyor. This ain't me first trip to these waters. I've sailed close to Shade's Triangle to survey the weather many a time. Only on the clearest days, when the sea's flat as glass, you get a glimpse of the isle. Looks unremarkable from a distance, but that's exactly what the poor bastards who went missing must have thought. Never did pluck up the courage to take a closer peek, curious as I was. But when I heard Ram was leading an expedition into the heart of the Triangle, I signed right up. Don't get me wrong, I've still got my reservations, but when I think of whatever's waiting for us in those waters, it's the excitement that wins out. A secretary? Hello. My grandfather once sailed with Ram. He was right there with him when they made first landfall on Tyrol. But it wasn't Tyrol they were aiming for. They left Eorzea westward bound for Hingashi. They didn't count on a great big continent lying between them and their destination. Once they were ashore, they soon forgot all about the Far East. Eventually, my grandfather settled, and here I am, 3 generations later. By all accounts, journeying with Ram is life-changing. I mean that in the best possible sense, of course. Hello, Expedition Prospector.
Yes, this isn't some foolhardy treasure hunt. No, solving the Isle's secrets will be worth more than any glitter and trinkets.
I shouldn't do an old-timey prospector voice for this guy. And if we can open up safe passage to the island, there's potential to establish a permanent landing. Just imagine the boon to foreign trade that would bring. All of which is to say, there's more at stake here than lining our pockets. But we will be lining our pockets. There's no telling what awaits us on the island, which is why we've enlisted the help of experts and artisans to supplement our crew. There's one fellow we are all wishing we'd steer clear of, though. After we left port, I caught the crazed fool trying to... I love how I tried to start with a Tuoliolan accent, and then I immediately drifted back into the, like, pirate Irish. After we left port, I caught the crazed fool trying to launch one of the lifeboats. We managed to lock him in the hold, but the Federal set about drinking all the rum in sight. In the end, we tied him up and stuffed him in one of the barrels he'd drained dry. Can I talk to the barrel? Can I talk to the barrel? I want to talk to the barrel. Let me talk to the barrel.
Looks like you had a good chat with the crew. That's the thing with seafaring. A close-knit crew is indispensable out on the open sea. I know there's talk about me feats in reaching Tyrol, but in truth, I couldn't have done it without my fellow explorers. Wherever the winds might take us, I consider it my duty to get us all there and back in one piece. Right, we'll be entering Shade's Triangle any moment now. Look sharp.
Here we go. Is there going to be some sort of mystical barrier? Land ho!
Hold steady. We sail straight for her.
Aye, aye. I think there's going to be some sort of mystical effect. Booby. It's gone.
Where's that blasted island? We just had it in our sights.
Land spotted off the starboard stern. Ah, we're getting turned around.
What? Don't tell me we careened right past it.
Get this hulk turned around.
Nah, it's an island that it avoids being landed upon. It's a quantum island. And nobody blink. Nobody take your eyes off it.
Lost sight of the damned thing again. Shifting mirage was right on the money. The isle itself was moving, the waves would be surging right over the bulwark. This is no natural phenomenon. Something's messing with our perception. You deserve it. Heed my call.
I heed, but I'm not sure I follow.
Who are you talking to? Strange voice, you say? I didn't hear a thing. What in the...
I've lost control of the rudder. It's like something's reeling us in.
gods? You deserve it. Heed my call.
Everyone's yelling at each other. It's like, hey man, I can't steer the ship out of this.
It couldn't be the island, could it?
Ah, mysterious fog. We love a mysterious fog. It's convenient that we're just docked here.
How's the hull looking?
No obvious damage, but the ship's stuck fast, almost as if we've dropped anchor.
Perfectly docked, without a single scratch. There ain't a helmsman alive who could have managed that.
I fear she'll end up like that if we try and shift her.
I reckon we were brought here by some sort of arcane trickery. Trapped, too, most likely. Magicked right to our destination. Quite the stroke of luck, if you ask me. Well, there's nothing for it but to get this expedition underway.
Let's fucking go! Island time!
That voice you heard on the ship. I'm starting to wonder whether that wasn't some kind of summons. I'm glad to have you with us regardless. As for the oil itself, I'd assumed it was uninhabited. Clearly wasn't coming to expecting to come across this phantom village. Like as not, there's some sort of ward encompassing the island to keep us here. That said, there's a chance ethereal currents could circumvent the ward, assuming you can tap into one. Might be worth a try if adventure calls you elsewhere. Any road. As much as I'd like to gather the crew and get stuck right in, we'd better secure the perimeter first. Oh, and I thought I'd give you a journal to jot down your findings along the way.
Yay!
Figure there's more than a few folks out there who'd appreciate a record of your exploits here. Fill those pages and give them something to sink their teeth into.
Cool. Occult record. Collection expanded. Occult record.
Kettenram Blaufist's has been added to the occult record. That's me, Kettenram Blaufist's.
Oh, it's a collection occult record. Look at him!
A Laminson Sea Wolf.
Oh.
Odd. Not a single soul about. No use pondering, though. We better take a look around while Offenheim stands guard. As long as the ship's safe, so are all the provisions on board. That means one less worry while we're getting our bearings.
Thank you, Offenheim. Are you a Viper? That looks like the Viper outfit.
Let me know if you find anything of interest.
Let's go exploring! Exploring time. Faintly glowing stone. Likely carved by skilled hands, this ether-infused stone exudes a faint glow. It's unclear whether the stone emits light naturally or if some internal mechanism is causing the illumination. So I think people were saying that this looks, it's not Mahachi, it's, the other one. Nimian, I think people were saying. Oh, it's down there. Whee! Look, I can swim in the water. That's fun. Foliage choking the building, and the overall state of decay suggests it's been abandoned for some time, left to the mercy of the elements. Alright, so I think it's... the other one is probably up here. Okay? At the end of this jetty kind of thing. It's not a jetty if it's not in the water. Survey point. Let's go to the vantage point first. Two shipwrecks are visible in the eerily still bay. No doubt once crewed by brave sailors seeking the inner reaches of Shade's Triangle. There they are! Judging from their orientation, the vessels must have sunk while attempting to leave the island. There's no telling whether the souls on board were also lost to the waves. Finished investigating the area. Okay, what is this survey point? Is this like an ether current type thing? Oh, it's a cult record. The Phantom Village. And I can't use mount yet. I think I should be able to shortly. I guess I'm probably not actually at the Occult Crescent right now. I'm at the, like, solo instance. The Occult Crescent. Given how I'm the only one here.
I'm guessing you're no closer to solving the Isle's mysteries either. Looking at these structures, I'd say this settlement's ancient. The original inhabitants may be long gone, but I was half hoping to find a few for survivors from the wrecks at the very least. Anyhow, this building in particular took me interest. I managed to force the lock. I don't want you to think I make a habit of breaking locks in general skullduggery, other than when strictly necessary, of course. Let's take a look inside, shall we?
Cool! A coffin! I love an ominous coffin. I think this might be a mausoleum. Oh, and urns? Oh, and a little rat thing?
Sarcophagus, do you reckon? Well, you wouldn't get too close if I were you. I sense arcane trickery afoot. These candles aren't being kept alight by natural means. That's for damn sure.
Oh, that's the trap symbol. I know that from Deep Dungeons. That's the rune of fuck you.
Just as I thought. Experience tells me a word like this'll have us jumping through hoops to dispel it.
Here we go.
Only ye deserved may lay claim.
It's that voice again. But I think that means I can do it.
I didn't hear a thing. They're addressing you in particular. Methinks that ward might yield to you.
Does fast.
I'm not sure which is a more confounding mystery. Your magic touch or this god-forsaken rock we're standing on.
Hey, are we sure it was a good idea to remove the ward around the sarcophagus? Usually they're there for good reason. Oh god. What manner of fell beast is this? Oh, it's a Tonberry. Oh, so it is Nimian. Hello.
A Tunbury.
Ah, thoroughly refreshed and raring to go. And who might you two be?
Wasn't expecting the common tongue.
You take me for some benighted fool. Ah, but perhaps a valid supposition given my current form. You stand before the archive, the very definition of erudition. Now, hurry up and introduce yourselves.
I'm Nona. I am familiar with the Tonberry sickness.
Nona, is it? Those keen, searching eyes of yours? Clearly you have an inquisitive mind like no other. Save my own, that is.
I'm Ketinram, an explorer hailing from Limsa. We're here on an expedition backed by the nation of Tuliolal.
Limsala what now? Tuliolal. I visited each of the 12 city-states and learned all there is to know about their people and cultures, but those names ring unfamiliar. To think a whole nation would elude me. Tell me, when exactly was this Tuliolal founded?
100 years ago.
Also, it's the common year 2025. Just so you know. I think you may have been asleep for 1200 years.
The 7th astral era? I moved to the island to avoid spreading the affliction that left me as you see, and promptly fell into a deep slumber.
If memory serves, such a plague swept the realm at the end of the 5th astral era. Would that mean you'd been asleep for more than 1,500 years?
That would explain why I feel so well rested. Now that I'm awake, I should very much like to see what has become of the isle.
Thank God I'm not a Lalafell. It would really suck to get Tonberry sickness. The lingering shot of the sarcophagus does not fill me with hope. But yeah, this is Nimian architecture.
I certainly don't recall the memorial fountain being so begrimed with algae. Perhaps you do speak the truth. And this strange ether I sense pervading the island. Could it be a ward of sorts?
I guess, you know, a ward here would make sense if it was like a quarantine zone.
The noggin's still foggy after that eon's long slumber. There was a time when I knew all kinds of things. The name of every battle, the weight of all the riches in the world to the ons. I was a wise old man, a gushing font of knowledge. Say, I could be a real boon for your expedition once I get up to speed. I shall join you on your endeavors.
Let's venture forth unto this mysterious isle.
Seeing as there's nothing in this settlement out to kill us, I think it's time we get the crew ashore and earn in their keep. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can learn more about the isle from our newfound co-conspirator.
On one hand, I love the lore they're building. On the other hand, I just want to get onto the island. I just want to start doing the content. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
The Archive.
Would you care to elaborate upon what brought you here?
It's Bermuda Triangle.
So this isle lies in the heart of Shade's Triangle, and many a ship has gone missing in these waters. I'm turning into a pirate too.
It's an infectious accent.
You mentioned the wrecks out in the bay. It's not unreasonable to think some of those sailors would have made it ashore. Why did no one try to wake me?
They probably took one look at you and sealed the sarcophagus back up. I'm still puzzled by the strange voice that only I can hear.
You mean to imply that someone has summoned you here? Clearly it wasn't me. I've been sound asleep for the last few millennia, give or take. What a tantalizing conundrum. We simply must get to the bottom of this.
Hello? Wow, we're really getting into the fucking scholar lore.
Is it knowledge you seek? What manner of creature is this?
A familiar, methinks. Looks like the fairies employed by Nimian scholars of Eld. Was it you who summoned her?
Me? Preposterous. I would have summoned something more statuesque. How rude. My name is Iris, and I certainly wasn't called forth by a wizened little wretch like you. Wizened? You mean wise, you petulant little whelp? Honestly, who would ever summon a companion so lacking in manners? I know exactly what I meant, and you, sir, are lacking in wisdom. A seal has been placed upon your worldly knowledge, thus preventing its use. You can only speak of that which the scaly individual over here has seen and learned firsthand.
I love being referred to as a scaly individual.
Is that so? Well, that explains why I can't muster the faintest mote of magic. I tried to heal myself earlier to no avail. Centuries of sleep on that cold stone slab really took its toll on my lower back.
Enough of you and your aching bones. Iris, where's your master?
I have none. No gods, no masters, bitch.
Let me try a different tack. Why were you summoned here?
I don't know.
Bye!
Ha! Looks like someone else has had their knowledge sealed away. If I'm wizened and lacking wisdom, then you're not but an unfamiliar. I'll tell you one thing. That ferry was steeped in the same ether permeating the island. As I surmise, there's a strange ward covering the isle in its entirety. No doubt those ships in the bay were caught in its pull.
Well, wards can't just cast themselves, meaning someone's responsible for those poor souls who perished in Shade's Triangle. Methinks our focus ought to be finding out what we can about this individual. And let's not forget that strange voice you keep hearing. For all we know, could be connected in some way.
I would imagine so.
Right, let's go speak with Jeff Roy over yonder. He ought to have a word on progress at the base camp.
Jeff Roy! Wow, just like that prince in Game of Thrones. Jeff Roy. Hi, Jeff Roy. Combination of my two favorite human man names, Jeff and Roy.
You'll be pleased to hear that preparations are well underway. I sent the advance party to scout ahead while the ship's being unloaded. They've already found an ideal spot to stage forays into the island's southern reaches, and are setting up camp as we speak. When you're ready to head out, just say the word. Once you're out in the field, you'll have to speak with Kettenram and decide how to proceed. The support crew will be stationed here in town. Be sure to avail yourself of their services if you're in need. But if you're after a weaponsmith, word is we hired a truly remarkable craftsman for the expedition. Judging by his reputation, you'll soon have your weapons honed to deadly perfection.
I'd say he's probably more of a kettlesmith, in my opinion.
The smithy will be set up over yonder. Do drop by if you're interested. Now, that's all from me. Give me a shout when you're ready to make for the encampment. Excuse me.
Yes.
Stand to pound the Occult Crescent, an uncharted isle in the heart of Shade's Triangle.
Whether you choose to join your fellow explorers in large-scale battles against the fiercest of foes, or take on the Crescent's denizens in a series of small skirmishes, there are many ways to proceed and much to uncover on these shores. A detailed explanation of what you may expect. The required average item level is 690, and was synced to 700. Subject to a separate leveling system indicated by their knowledge level. Participating in large-scale battles or slaying the island's fiends will bolster your knowledge akin to experience. Your knowledge level will significantly impact the outcome of any battle. To improve your chances of survival in roaming the wilds, be sure to accrue as much knowledge as you are able. Critical encounters. They're not affected by your knowledge level. They can be attempted regardless of your process. That's good to know. The return action is replaced by Occult Return. I understand what I must do. We have Iris in our Occult record. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Alright. Oh my goodness, everyone's here. First, let's go talk to our friend over here. Wait, what?
That rum-addled reprobate. Wouldn't be surprised if we found him floating in the sea.
Ah, he's the one who was in the barrel.
Oh, have need of the smithy, do you? I'm afraid we ain't up and running yet. Truth be told, the weaponsmith we hired bolted before we could finish setting up shop. The master of his craft, by all accounts, but he's been nothing but trouble since he set foot on the ship. Kept trying to escape, so we threw him in the old. Our woes didn't end there, though. He drank most of the booze we'd brought along for the expedition. I tell you, the bugger was off pickled by the time we hauled him out. Any road the bastard's now gone and disappeared.
This fellow you speak of sounds vaguely familiar.
Either you're already acquainted with the scoundrel, or Eorzea has owned a more cantankerous weaponsmith than I'd thought. Needless to say, there aren't many folk willing to sail for Shade's Triangle. While we're scratching around trying to find someone, a certain enterprising woman put us in touch. They say there ain't a finer weaponsmith alive today, but he drinks like a sailor on shore leave, and is up to his neck in debt.
He signed up for the expedition to settle his dues. Any road, he can't have gotten far. It's not like there's any way off this rock. If he's off as good as they say, I reckon he'll be a boon for your adventuring. Keep your eyes peeled. You run into a shirtless, rum-soaked good-for-nothing by the name of Geralt. Tell him to come see me. Yay, it's Geralt! Hey, Geralt, are you this way? Are you this way, Geralt? He's this way! Geralt, I need you to make me a sword. Not a drop of rum to be had in this bloody ghost town. There was no mention of Shade's Triangle when I signed the god's damned contract. Talk about false bloody pretenses. Won't fool me for trusting that wily harridan, eh? Hi, Geralt. Who the hell's her? Oh, bugger me. Can't I do one bleeding job without you showing your ugly mug? That said, there's never a dull moment when us two team up. How about we finish the job sharpish and get off this desolate rock, eh? Let's go, Geralt. I need you to make me a sword, and then a different sword, and then probably a third sword. Must have had an hard time coaxing him back. Apologies for all the trouble. Right, with the smithy up and running, it's high time you started earning your keep. Listen here. Do you really think I'm gonna sully me hammer and tongs knocking out work any village smith with half a brain could handle? No. Nothing less than nigh impossible feats of genius stoke me fire these days. Says ye impudent sot who drank the old dry, racking up more debt in the process. You're hardly in a position to dictate terms. Though it does seem daft to fork over eye-watering sums to hire Eorzea's finest weaponsmith, only to have him forging plain old swords and shields. Any ideas, adventurer? I'm sure Eorzea's finest weaponsmith has his own ideas. Do I really not get any more dialogue options for being a master armorer and blacksmith? He does, as a matter of fact. Devising a new means of refining weapons and armor. I couldn't help notice all the ether permeating the place. Reckon I'll tap into that somehow. Of course, I'll need raw materials. Some magic warped ore from the Isles should do just the trick. If it's ores you're after, our surveyors will soon be conducting a preliminary excavation. Is that all you need to start? Hardly. If that were the case, any old fool could do the job. Magical properties can be fleeting and elusive. Without a means to properly harness the ether, there's every chance the ore degrade in the process. So you'll be requiring something else besides raw materials. Any inkling as to what that might be? Sometimes a foul beastie in the throes of death will leave behind a crystallized chunk of their life essence. I've used stuff in the past, and while it ain't exactly common, I'd wager you'll find it on this bastard rock. Not that it's unique to the island, mind. I'm sure you'll find it elsewhere, too. Does this mysterious crystal have a name? Indeed it does. Demi-Atma. Fuck no! Not Atma! No! No! Thanks for providing the spark our weaponsmith needed. Looks like he's committed to fulfilling his contractual duties at the very least. Say, how'd you feel about handling the fiend felon part of the gambit? While you're out acquiring Demi-Atma, I'll see how amenable Geralt is to helping around the smithy. I reckon that's a reasonable division of labor. Not Atma. Not Atma. Not Atma.
Demi-Atma can be obtained from fates and critical encounters on the Occult Crescent South Horn. It can also be obtained from fates in other regions. Those regions are Urkapacha, Kozamaoka, Yaktel, Shaloni, Heritage Found, and Luminar. Not Atma. Oh no. How much Atma do I need? It just says to deliver the requisite Demi-Atma. So probably 1. Oh no. Oh no, not Atma. Hi, Jeff Roy. Can we go? Let's go. It's time. I love that they put in the fucking reaction to Demi-Atma. Does it have a name? Yes, it does. Demi-Atma. Ah! Fucking the Realm Reborn relics strike again. Ah, some cool snakes. That looks like an aetherite. I like that already. Called aetherite. Yes. And what's that weird rock? Let's move this up here. Occult record. Okay, that's just a fast way to access the occult record. Yeah. People keep using skills on this. Let's see what that is.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a better location to stage an expedition than this. And to think we'd even find something akin to an aetherite. With any luck, there'll be a few more dotted around the isle to avail ourselves of. Make sure you attune to this one before leaving camp. Speaking of leaving, our advance party scoured the area and brought back a few bits and bobs of interest. The archive was appraising the cache, but he soon scarpered off and started poking around that heap of rubble. We'd better see what he's up to.
What's this? Phantom Freelancer. Okay, so that's just my job buff. Tells me what job I have. Level 5, I get Occult Resuscitation, which is a 30% heal. And at level 10, I get Occult Treasure Sight. Detects the number of treasure coffers currently present. Interesting. Am I not allowed to leave yet? Sure I'm not. Everybody's going to go do the critical engagement. And I have to stay here. Well, let's get the survey point at least.
There you are. I've got something crystalline to show you. Aha! Just as I'd thought. Because you laid eyes on the crystal, I was able to tap into my wealth of learning on the topic. This sealed knowledge business is awfully frustrating, I must say. What I handed you is a soul shard from the 5th Astral Era. Contained within is a phantasmal record of arcane arts and combat disciplines pioneered by the 12 city-states of Eld. I'm sure the methods you modern combatants employ are far more refined than those of my day. Nonetheless, you might benefit from learning the old ways of waging war. Under normal circumstances, I'd find myself a soul shard and fight alongside you, but I can't access what's inside. Thwarted again by the seal that diminutive little scalawag spoke of. Given that you were summoned here specially, I dare say you'll have no trouble using it, however. Go on, try affixing it to your garb.
Okay. Presumably this is Phantom Freelancer. Or I guess the whole Phantom job system, but starting with Freelancer. Soul Shard in your position gives you access to 3 Phantom jobs. Knight, Monk, and Bard. Supplementary jobs can each be selected via the Phantom Job window while on the Occult Crescent. Selecting a Phantom Job enables the use of job-specific Phantom actions. Phantom actions are displayed on the Phantom Action panel, from which they may be selected for execution. You're registered in the hotbar. You're currently Phantom Freelancer. Speak with the Expedition Advisor here in the base camp, or Jeffroy in the Phantom Village to learn more about the Occult Crescent. Okay, so that's access to the guide. Well, let's become... I kind of want to do Bard. I think that's fun. Offensive Aria. Increases damage dealt by self and near other party members by 1% for 70 seconds. That's pretty good. Level 2. Increases the effectiveness of songs in accordance with your Bard level. Okay, so this is like a freeze for all nearby enemies. Romeo's Ballad effect. Increases Phantom XP earned through battle. Ooh, I like that. Gradually restores HP. Increases damage dealt and healing potency of self and nearby party members by 10% while reducing damage taken by 10%. I love that. Yeah, but you can only have Offensive Aria or Hero's Rhyme. Not both. Let's do Bard. Yeah, and then we can... Yeah, I looked this up. You can use... Oh, I guess that you can use that. Okay, since I only have one, I can't switch it. But normally I would left trigger, right stick click to switch it.
Excellent. It would seem you've managed to interface with the Soul Shard. There is one caveat. I believe it will only work within the confines of the island's ward. Nonetheless, as you accumulate more knowledge, you'll soon be able to draw on more potent techniques. What's more, I don't think that's the only Soul Shard on the island. I'm positive you'll acquire others on your travels. The more you possess, the greater the array of ancient techniques you'll have at your fingertips. Well, I shan't keep you from your excursions any longer, though you'd better speak to that imposing lass over there before you depart.
Okay. Yeah, it's Ophenyam. Ophenyam. These walls have seen better days, but they're solid enough. As long as we secure the entrances, the camp will be safe while you're out roaming the isle.
Roaming's all well and good, but we'll need a firm plan of action for it to make any headway. Before you leave, let's consider our approach.
Yes, let's. Cool, we got Phantom Jobs. I love the idea of being a Dark Knight Bard. This is going to get us knowledge. That'll get us up to at least 2.
Seems to me the more we learn about this island, the further we get from unraveling its secrets. There's the voice only you can hear, the isle-wide ward, the seal on the archive's knowledge, that fairy familiar and her master, not to mention that finding a settlement on such a remote island is passing strange to begin with. But before we get to satisfying our curiosity, we have a more pressing concern to address. Safety. The crew are peerless, yourself included, but I've seen negligence and lack of preparation lay low the finest explorers. Which is why I intend to thoroughly appraise the threats lurking beyond these walls. As our resident freelancer extraordinaire, I want you to fell 3 different species of fiend, and share your findings from each encounter. At the very least, it'll be an opportunity to test that crystal of yours.
Provide me with any information you gather. The more you see and share, the more we chip away at that blasted seal.
Okay. It's a dog. What a dog. Oh my goodness. That's a dog. What about you? You're not a dog. Wait, I was supposed to gather information somehow. I slayed a Crescent Bandersnatch, but I did not obtain information. Maybe it's because it wasn't my, like, enemy. I didn't instigate the fight. Alright. Get out of here, you Jungus. I need to fight this dog. Oh, I got 5 gold pieces. And some XP. Come on, man. Get out of here. I'm trying to crush it. Trying to get some frickin' info. Okay. Bandersnatch felled. Oh, thank God I can use my mount. Just help this person finish off theirs. There we go. Their health was looking a little low. Got a flying lizard. And then a Crescent Garrula. Or Garula. I've never really known how to pronounce it. I've always said Garula. Gargula? Right. The last ones are over here. So we're gonna have to sneak past all these Bandersnatches. Which, if we're working on Eureka logic, should be able to do relatively easy by just walking behind them. I think we are indeed working on Eureka logic. Beautiful. I love Eureka logic. Because I hate fighting shit that I don't want to. I don't know how much Phantom Bard XP I'm getting. So I can't... Maybe, let me check the general tab, it might tell me. I usually have my stuff set to the battle tab when I'm streaming, just so that I don't get flooded with. Yes, okay, I'm getting Bard XP for these kills. Should be able to just walk my robot dragon through this field of cats. Beautiful. Oh! I missed our Eureka. I really did.
Dispatch those fiends and share your findings, that you might partake of my unsealed wisdom.
Okay, I did. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. We're operating on Eureka logic.
You encountered a whole herd of Garrula. It's rare indeed to see such notoriously territorial creatures band together. Mayhap it's a regional adaptation. Let's see, you also vanquished a flying lizard and a Bandersnatch. The former are known for their treetop nests, and the latter are often found prowling mountainous regions in search of prey.
I'm no naturalist, but they don't sound like species you'd normally find on an island such as this. I suppose someone could have transported them here, but why go to all that trouble?
I can answer that, or at least I could, were it not for that vexatious seal.
In other words, we'll be relying on Nona to document what she finds on her travels. Honestly, I'm starting to think Iris wasn't far off the mark about you.
Roam far and wide, Nona. Help me unseal my vast reserves of knowledge, and thus prove this lumbering clod wrong.
You don't need to be rude about it.
With the local fauna surveyed, I suggest we now seek signs of former habitation. There are plenty of structures besides the settlement you found me in. To start, I want you to visit the ruins visible due south of the encampment, and examine their architectural motifs. I look forward to hearing your account.
Okay. Have to unlock relevant stuff in the record? Okay. Oh god, it's all the way down here. Well, I'm not fucking getting to those. But we could do some exploring. So, hold on. What exactly do I need to get to access this next quest? Oh, so I have to go to the tower to do so. Okay. I can do that. That looks like the tower. So I'll go there. I think these other people might also be going in the same place. Lego. Okay, we're unlocking some more of the map. So we got some Gaelic hats here. Oh, these will start a chain if I fight them. They're also 3 levels above me, which is a little worrying. We can sneak up behind here. This person's got the right idea. Oh, treasure coffer. These are individual, I think, so I don't think there's any reason to not pick them up. Oh, the fucking fan enemies. I hate those guys. Can never tell which way they're facing. Yeah, I'll take one. I guess I'm taking both. It's actually not that bad with 2 people on 2 enemies. Unless this person... Okay, they are helping. I couldn't see their health bar anymore because they weren't technically in combat. And so I was like, oh god, did they just leave? They just leave me after I tried to help? There we go. So I have to find some survey points, I think. Okay, that's a fan. I mean, I'm assuming I have to get to the, like, inner part of the tower. That feels like where a survey point would be. This is just another entrance, or... Big room? Oh, don't want to get caught by that guy. I don't see a survey point in here. Let's try going closer to the middle of the tower. What is that? Like a lion, an animated statue of a lion? That's cool as hell. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Please don't turn. Well, here's the middle, and I don't see a survey point, unfortunately. So I fear I may have gone too far. Maybe by the Aetherite. At the very least, we can get the Aetherite and then go back and talk to the guy and get a better idea of where we're supposed to be investigating. I don't see any survey points in this big room, so let's hit up the Aetherite. This is a animated doll. I don't see any survey points in that room. Is there a chest? Oh, there's a chest. I see sparklies. Oh, I haven't seen that magic prism before. Okay, so we can just go... We just follow this, like, wall here, basically. We should get to the Aetherite. I can't jump out the window, can I? No. Unfortunate. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this room closed off? I think this is a... Whoops. Okay, yeah, the next series of rooms up will get me out. It looks like the fans don't have a super broad sightline, which is nice. Alright, let's hop out here and get our Aetherite. We can get to by going this way. Don't... I might have to leave the courtyard here. I think I do, yeah. Let's unlock this next area of the map. Yeah, okay, there it is. Got a Triceratops. That's cool. And another one of these rocks, which I think there's certain skills, if you use them in the proximity of a rock, it increases your XP. Okay, we have Elder Growth. Let's hop back to the base camp. Because I did not read his dialogue thoroughly enough. The ruins towering above the tree line south of camp. I mean, this is them, for sure, the Lost Citadel. So I must just be missing it. I mean, let's try going to this sort of lower section. This could have something. We've got battle cats. There's like a demon there. Some sort of Ahriman. Oh, this is a you gotta fight him. Oh my god, that's level 21. Okay, I'm not supposed to be here yet. Well, in that case, I think maybe... Oh, there's a fate here in the Lost Citadel. Let's go do that. Crank our knowledge level up a bit. Is it this guy? Life Reaper? I think it is. Okay, so these are all people who... Let me LFG them. Life Reaper. Life Reaper strikes at the living, hoarding their ether to sate the hunger of its gluttonous kin. Its dark harvest can be suffered no longer. Hi, please hire me. Please hire me to your party, please. Can you access Party Finder in here? I was gonna say, that would be a little crazy. Oh, I guess we're fighting it. I'm assuming that's a, yeah, forward cleave. I'll pull aggro and pull it back this way. Sweeping charge. Oh, well, that was quick. That was really easy. I thought that was going to be a lot harder. Okay. Cool. 30 silver pieces? I'll take it. Let's zoom in a little bit and focus on the Lost Citadel. See what we can find in here. I don't see any stuff out here. So where is the next? Now, curious, if I change jobs... Okay, I keep my knowledge level. I figured it would be independent of job, but... let's get our knowledge level up a little bit. And also maybe get our XP up as well. Our Bard XP. Critical encounter. Is it close? It's not anywhere I've discovered, so no. Because right now, Phantom Bard is only giving me, like, an extra 1% damage. But as I level it up, it'll improve. Yeah. Oh, it's over here, though. That's actually not far. Let's do this, but then I want to unlock that area. I know I just got, like, a chain mob, but I want to get this figured out. Okay, there's this room. We haven't looked in this room yet, I don't think. Oh, no, we did, didn't we? This was the, yeah, the big pile of rubble on the right side. We haven't looked through this series of linked rooms. Uh-oh. Well, that's a little worrying. Just make sure to use our mitts. Wow, he did not pop my thing. Honestly, surprised. My Blackest Night. Okay, you can stun them. Good to know. He's Blackest Night again. Come on, please. Oh. Okay, that was close. I don't want to do that. Oh, God. If I had moved fucking 1 inch to the right. Okay, don't start with that one. This feels unsafe. I don't see it in there. I'm gonna go around. That looks scary. Getting a lot of garbage. Please tell me that fan didn't see me. I don't see anything in here. Okay, thank God their cone of vision is a single pixel wide. Okay, how about this? I don't see anything here. Yeah. Now there is this room, which does have little corners in it. I don't see anything in there. Which makes me think... I mean, it's gotta be in the central area, right? Or adjacent to it? Like, look how much. Is it it's literally right there. I walked right past it last time I came in here. I came down that line. It's right here. Oh my god. It's literally right here. The ancient stoneworks. That's not it. Still not available. I mean, that's entry number 22, which I guess makes sense. But that's not it. Alright, let's try going out the southern exit to this room. Just to see what's out there. Some very scary monsters. Some more scary monsters. Pardon me. It's coming through. Okay, this is Mahach. This is Mahachi. Absolutely. Let's jump back. I feel like I'm kind of out of my depth here. If I look at this. Undiscovered. And then I have the Ancient Stoneworks is way the fuck down here. What do you have to say, Captain Ram? Good look around the structures to the south of the encampment. Did I go way too far? Is it like... Is it talking about, like, way closer? Is there one, like, here? Because this is the correct direction. We're going south from the encampment. Where is this? I want to at least get the next quest. Like, it must be outside or something, right? Considering that the inside was, like, way too far. It's got to be, like, in a gazebo out here or something. Like, in that. Just checking these little wet areas to make sure there's not a hidden one. I don't see one in these gazebos, which is unfortunate. Okay, that's just rubble. Nothing in there, it's all garbo. That's the entrance I went in for. So where is this? Huh. Let me see if anyone's posted it somewhere. Survey points, that's what they're called. The Lost Citadel. Does not tell me where it is. Oh, on survey points. The Vanishing Slope? The Ancient Stoneworks I just got. Wait, I mean, there's one, like, over here, but that's not south. Like, I don't know. I guess I could just go get this other one. Maybe we'll just get the Ethernet shards while we're out. What is that? Some kind of Tural Vidral? It's a Marivus, of course. Got a Brachiosaur. Now, if this is truly Eureka style, there are going to be some that have different aggro modes, which I should be careful of. I'm sure some aggro by walking fast past them, a la the dragons in Eureka, which was hell. We can get one over here. Is there something up here? This looks like the place they'd put a survey point. Nope, just Crescent Fopers. There we go. We'll get this other Ethernet shard. Got Stone Marsh. Oh, that's a Foper. Yeah, the only other thing I can think is that they literally aren't talking about the South. And they're talking about like this. But, like, that's the one that's got the orbs. So that makes me think about... But it looks like, at least from the internet, it looks like there's only a couple that are actually survey points, and the rest are mostly tied to quest progression? So let's just hook over here. We'll get this Ethernet shard at the very least. At the most, we'll find out that these poor indie devs don't understand compass directions. Alright. Oh god. The stairs don't know how to graphics. Alright, now, is this Eureka style? Or will I die? Okay, it's Eureka style. As long as I'm not in combat, I won't die. Oh god, someone in chat just said they got the achievement for clearing the whole map and are still missing what are the 3 starter survey points. So I'm not alone. This is an insane problem. I thought I caught a glimpse of something over there that could be a survey point, but I think it probably wouldn't render at that distance. But there's a thing up here. So we can go hop into this, this fate, it looks like. Ooh, treasure. Yum. That's the Axolotl minion! You can get the Axolotl minion here? Maybe this is a critical engagement. Oh, this is a critical engagement. Shit. Maybe? Unless this is a critical engagement? No, that's a fate. This is a critical engagement. It says recruiting members. Okay, yeah. Let's close the map. Critical encounter is at hand. You can't fall off this, can you? No. Okay. Good. I can't believe they just put the Axolotl minion. Oh, hell yeah. I'm in Glepshitto's party. Fuck yeah. We've got 3 bards. Fuck yes. Critical engagement. Oh, did we get like a cutscene? Or is this just a field change? Okay, it's just a field change. Okay, we do have a healer, luckily. Marine Mayhem. Okay, we've got Dropsy. Oh, Christ. Is this like here? Yes, okay. So they're all gonna activate in sequence. Beautiful. Pop offensive Arya again. Alright, watch out. Oh, fuck. What the hell does this mean? Okay, those are circles. That's fine. They only take one vol and it's fine. Alright, here is safe. Okay, and then straight across, or... No, just one, because we killed them all. Cool. Drop our puddle. Alright. Looks like we got some chasing aliens. Or not chasing aliens, just moving aliens. This will be interesting. Alright, so we're starting here. Okay, and there's one inner and one outer. This is fun. This is a very... Now we gotta go inner. Now outer. Now inner. This is very fun. Hydrocleave. Just pop a reprisal on that. Right when he gets caught. We'll pop offensive aria. Oh, we lost a party member. Okay, these are gonna be also puddles? Yes. Hydrocleave, I think, is also the... Yeah, the wedge. Alright, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Okay, and the Vuln lasts for the whole fight, which is similar to Yuriken Boscha, I think. So I wonder if there are something akin to the duels. Where if you don't get any Vulns, you get maybe a bigger reward or access to another, like, set of critical engagements. Or if that was, like, because that's so specific to Boscha, they wouldn't add something like that. Okay, these we're gonna get the chasing AoEs, or the rounding AoEs, I suppose. Okay, I need to be in. Then run out. I'm gonna be in. There we go. That was fun. That was really fun. Well, let me just toss a little TYFP in there. That was fun as hell. I really enjoyed that. So what all did I get for that? I got notes, I got enlightened silver pieces, I got some tomes. I probably got, yeah, it looks like I got a good chunk of XP. Pop my notes. Nemean Petalodus. So this is presumably how you get most of the notes entries. It's either from story or this. Alright, these are 7. So this definitely feels like an area you're supposed to get to second. After the southern area, but I couldn't find the frickin' thing. So, like... Where's the survey point? Where's the survey point? Let's pop back. Because I don't think it's over here. I think we have concluded that it's not here. So it has to be actually to the south. Now, Romeo's Ballad, I think, is the one that gives me... Yes! Increased XP. And then...
Like, it's gotta be down here. It has to be down here. Where the fuck would it be if not here? Like, is it further from the ruins? Is it out here somewhere? Some Crescent Chowchu. Could be linked to a fate? Or a critical engagement? Right? Because, like, I just got those notes, so... If it's linked to a critical engagement, then I would have to, like, participate to get the notes. It's literally right here. I'm fucking stupid. No, I'm not stupid. This game is stupid. Okay, I want to get to that crit engagement. How long is my... Oh, Occult Return doesn't have a super long cooldown. Awesome. I can go back here, we'll teleport down, we'll get the crit engagement, and then we'll do the quest. Now to Elder Growth. Whee! Bonk. This is the only crit engagement, right? Yeah. Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. It's just so cool. Already I love this. It's just truly incredible. Alright. I love how everyone's running Bard. A critical encounter is at hand. Nimium Petalodus. Hell yes. 30 seconds. Hell yes. 30 seconds. So this is like we have knowledge level sync on? Yeah. Oh, I'll have to see what the silver and gold pieces can unlock. What I can buy with those. Because I bet there's going to be a riding map, for sure. Okay, this looks like there might be a death zone. Yeah, that looks like a death zone. And these look like 400,000 Chocobo. Yep. Okay. Is it here? Here is safe? Yeah. Oh, there's several places that are safe. Bonk.
I'm gonna try and get this without any vulns. Okay. These... Okay, I'm gonna go to the corner, because that's where everybody else is going. Oh, okay, away from the corner. Are they gonna drop? Yeah, okay. Oh, they're not done yet, though. Okay, this is safe. Maybe bigger? Okay, let's run out here. No, okay, same size circles. You gonna land, please? Please? Oh, no, or you fly away, that's fine. Choco Windstorm, that feels like an AoE. Or a big donut. Not a donut. Damn. Choco Cyclone is an in, isn't it? It's got an eye? Yeah. So it's an out and then an in. I should have paid attention to everybody else instead of trying to get my uptime. Okay, we can go... Here's fine. Oh, fuck, but it's an out. Okay, now we're getting the... This is a Cyclone, so it's an in. So we need to be in here. Okay. Choco Slaughter. I'm very familiar with this from Yako. 2 is when you can move safely. Choco Doublades. Here. Yeah, they're safe. Okay. This is a harder one. Oh, I should pop my offensive aria. The whole percent of damage I could be doing. Windstorm, I need to be out. Cyclone, I need to be in here. Okay, it's just puddles under players. Okay, we can be here. It's Windstorm, so we have to be out. Whew. All right. Cyclone, so we gotta be in this corner. All right, I'm getting it. I'm picking it up. Another Slaughter. Okay, Doublades. And then... so Windstorm, so we need to be out. Cyclone, so we need to be in the corner. We're learning. 3%. Yeah! Orpiment Demiatma! That's a Demiatma. Well, I'm gonna go fucking turn that into Gerald, I guess. Oh, and a sheaf of notes on black checkbus. Neat. let's do that. Only in the Occult Crescent or in Golden Sanctuaries can Demi-Atma take on this hue. Yeah, let's head back and see what's up. I want to turn this in, and then maybe we'll call it for today. I guess I have another quest to do. Oh, here. Gotta hoof it to Geralt. God, I bet there's gonna be so many pretty places to G-pose here. Is this really not what you want, Geralt? At least 6 cons! 3 of each! Oh no! Holy shit. Well, I'm gonna farm those later. Hi, welcome. So far, the Occult Crescent is good. I'm enjoying it. I think the fight design is very cool. The fucking Atma grind is awful. Then again, I've been wandering, so... I would probably have more if I was actually doing a lot of fighting instead of wandering and exploring. Alright. It reminds me a lot of Eureka. It has some Bozja qualities, but it feels very Eureka.
What did the ruins divulge? Don't spare a single detail. Ho ho! My noggin's awash with unlocked knowledge. The structure you explored sounds to me like an Amdapori keep. The mages of Amdapur are famed for having developed white magic, with its focus on restorative and purifying arts. It was in the depths of such bastions that they honed their arcane craft.
But ancient Amdapur was located in the present-day Twelveswood. Never heard tell of their people striking out this far into the Indigo Deep.
Yeah, keep it that size must have required a sizable workforce.
The Amdapuri were renowned for their use of life-imbued statues in construction and defense. I dare say the structure you surveyed was built by such stone familiars. I sense I know a great deal more, but alas, the seal prevents me from expounding further. Might you revisit the ruins and retrieve a sample of the stonework? Preferably something imbued with ether. In the heart of the keep, there ought to be a ceremonial chamber where they would have brought their creations to life. A magicked chunk of masonry from such a place would surely suffice.
Okay, well that's where I got the other thing, so I can definitely do that. Okay, we don't even have to go nearly as far in as we did last time. It looks like there's actually another critical engagement happening. I guess if I had stayed, I probably could have gotten to do that. That's fine. 2 critical engagements so far, with both being fairly mechanically involved, I think is good enough to get a sense of the area. But for now, let us abound. Alright. Let's head in here and not get got. But yeah, the like line of sight stuff reminds me a lot of Eureka. The fact that I can just scoot right past those guys. And the like knowledge level is very similar to the elemental level. Well, that looks magicked. It's a carrot. It's a magic carrot. That's like one of the special items. Yeah, and it has the like the treasure chests, which are very Eureka. Am I not allowed to pick up this carrot? It's right there. It's literally right there. Like... Huh. Alright, well... Let's drop this back off with the archive. Yeah, and having to, like, find specific locations without being told exact coordinates is very Eureka as well. Got it for you. Here's a rock.
Oh, fine sample indeed. I can feel the shuttered chambers of my mind creaking open. In short, it was not the Amdapori who built those structures.
Do you think whoever summoned Iris might be responsible?
Precisely. The residual magics within this stone are the same I felt emanating from Iris. It was her master who built those ruins.
I thought Iris was Nimian. Do you reckon whoever summoned her could also command Amdapori golems?
Indeed. We're dealing with an individual rivaling my own considerable talents. Unfortunately, I can't access the rest of my knowledge concerning the matter. I'm afraid that will require more fieldwork on your part, my friend. And considering all we have seen thus far, there are doubtless signs of other civilizations here on the island. See if you can't find the ruins of 3 distinct civilizations out there. That should prove a sufficient sample size.
Right, so we saw a Mahachi area. Which was like south here. This is like a Mahachi area. And then this is, I think, more this is Amdapori, this is Nimian, and then this is Mahachi. So there's one over here we gotta get, and then there's one further south in the Mahachi area that we gotta get. But I think for today's stream, we're gonna call it there. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out and watching. Definitely, if you have Dawntrail, check this shit out. It is very cool. I think it'll be very interesting to learn what's up here. The fucking relic weapon grind starts again, baby. Back to a realm reborn. Not quite, but that said, I will see you all tomorrow. We are going to be doing M3S prog. Hopefully we're going to be clearing that relatively soon. Especially we got the what's called the echo buff. Just went up, so we'll go check that out. I can actually send y'all over to... Let me see. I might be able to send y'all over to some more content related to the new patch. Yes! I'm going to send y'all over to Rin, who is doing more Occult Crescent shenanigans. So I will see you tomorrow for M3S prog. Otherwise, I will see you Friday. Bye, everyone.